I had a letter back a few days ago from the Coventry Museum relating to the last video about migrants and the cutouts that they've got amongst their displays. So this is the letter, or email I should say. Hi Susan, thank you for your email, and I am so glad to hear you enjoyed your visit to Coventry Transport Museum. The cardboard cutouts are part of an exhibition called Picturing High Streets. Coventry. This is an exhibition of photographs produced by Birmingham-based artist-curator Tim Mills. Tim was one of the 6 artists across England chosen via an open call to participate in the Picturing High Streets project. He worked with communities on the Burges, Coventry, to co-create the photographs during his residency in 2021 and 22. And again in 2024. Picturing High Streets is a 3-year project by Historic England and Photo Works to create a contemporary portrait of England's high streets, part of Historic England's government-funded High Streets Heritage Action Zone scheme. The exhibition is split into 3 parts. The first part is situated within the Cycle Pioneers exhibition. Coventry has a distinguished and unique bicycle manufacturing heritage. From the first, can't even say that word, velocipedes or whatever, built in 1968. The city went on to become the home of the British cycle industry and at one time produced the greatest output of cycles in the world. Today, the area is made up of several fast food restaurants and takeaways, with bicycle delivery riders forming a significant community of people that provide food courier services to residents throughout Coventry. Tim has explored the history of this industry whilst involving the delivery riders on Burgess to produce a contemporary portrait that highlights their lives and work. In this exhibition, the riders are presented as cardboard cutouts, the type of display normally associated with celebrities, royalty and police officers. Placed amongst the historic collections, these life-size portraits recognise and highlight a community who provide a key service to the people of Coventry. So what they've done there is they've put the link of the bicycle with no historical reverence or whatever to the people that actually made these things and how they was invented, to people who like cycle round who actually deliver takeaways, which seems to be kind of a thin thread to put these two together. Decide for yourselves. Anyway, carrying on. The second part is situated in Gallery 7 behind the interactive London taxi. Throughout his residency, Tim spent most of his time with the taxi drivers in Palmer Lane, exploring the history of Coventry's most established and long-standing taxi rank. The drivers contributed to a series of portraits showing the objects that hang from their rear view mirrors, revealing an insight into each individual driver through their beliefs, passions and allegiances. Finally, in the Workdays and Holidays exhibition, you might have noticed the student portraits in the picnic area. Here Tim and Coventry University photography students, Marquita Maynard, made portraits of new arrivals at Millennium View in Palmer Lane. Each participant was photographed with their belongings before entering their new student accommodation for the first time. A silk-woven name tag for each participant was produced by J&J Cash, the whole survivor of Coventry's ribbon weaving industry, or sole survivor I should say, and machine stitched onto the print by Sina Darvish from Godiva Tailoring on the Burges. 4 images are presented on the main wall. These images were selected from the series as they feature cars within the frame. They also include travel bags and suitcases that are items associated with holidays. If you would like to find out a bit more about the project, then you visit the website. I hope it goes some way to answering your question, and we look forward to welcoming you back to the museum very soon. Kind regards. As it says that there's a link with government funding, and obviously this is a push for a government agenda, and this reminds me of like establishment art, and I'm putting Banksy into that as well. So with like with all the migrants and the boats and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see who this artist is actually linked to. So that's my next port of research.